Hello, pocket knife community, knife lovers, knife enthusiasts, interested viewers. Folder here. I want to do a quick video on an oldie but goodie, cold steel. I picked up one of these a couple of days ago, just because I've never owned one, and I have no idea why I haven't owned one because it's a great knife. That's right, you're looking at it, the American Lawman. You know, this is this is one of those old iconic knives that like back in the day everybody owned one. And when I was buying cold steel, especially getting my recons, I don't know, I always was gonna pick one up and just never did. So I decided to get one. I got a couple of questions from some friends and family recently over the holidays asking me, because they know I'm into knives, what's a good knife to get for under $100? And there are so many, and I know that a lot of content creators and vloggers and knife enthusiasts out there always talk about, they always come up with knives to recommend to people under $100. I said, wait a minute, the American Lawman. I know back in the day these were around 75 to $85. Today it is still around 100. I mean, you can still get one of these things for around $100. Actually, less. Less, yeah. You can actually get it for less. So let's just get into it. This is a a cold steel product that is one of those knives that's sort of like heavy use, jack of all trades. Okay, you got G10, right? You got this ridiculously fine and really close, non-textured, just really refined DLC coating. That's amazing. I have this same coating on my Recons, and it is very, very resistant to scratches or blemish, anything. It's a tough coating. Cold Steel does a really good job of it. This beautiful drop point blade that they have, and actually it's just it's a saber grind, just real plain and simple to the point. Nothing special, nothing fancy. And their S35 VN. And we know what Cold Steel's doing with that today. They got some of their best stuff. The Engage, the AD10. I mean, a lot of their really good stuff, really heavy duty stuff is still in S35. Still rocking the S35. So yeah, so this knife is overall 8 inches. It's a little over 8 inches long, about 8 1/8, I think it says, 4.5 ounces. But I think I weighed it a little lighter than that. Not that serious. 4 5/8 G10 handle and a 3.5 inch blade. So it's that sweet spot. It's that sweet spot that a lot of people who like EDC knives love, right around that 8 inch mark. But being this the first Lawman knife I've ever owned, I have to say that it is thinner than I thought it would be. I'm gonna let me get my Recon 1, because I was under the impression that this thing was close to the size of Recon 1. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so this thing is the Recon 1 is a lot bigger knife. This is let's see something here. Yeah, this thing is over 9. This thing is over 9 inches. Just over 9 inches. Yeah. So the Recon 1 is over an inch bigger in total length than this knife. The Recon 1 is just a massive knife anyway. But what I was pointing out was the width is what was really kind of shocking me on it. I didn't realize that, I know that the American Lawman was a little smaller than the Recon 1 in total length. But where I'm flipping out over it, and it's a very pleasant surprise, is the thickness. Considerably thicker than Recon 1. So this knife being as slicey as it is, and the handle's thin, yeah, this is a very nice endeavor right here to have in your pocket here. Um, and don't forget, man, this is the triad lock. You know, if not the strongest lock known to man for folding knives, if not the absolute strongest, it's definitely one of the strongest. We can definitely say for that. You know, that the triad lock. So you have what you have here is a smaller version, um, but you know you're not skimping anywhere. It's hard use. It's G10. This thing is solid. This backspacer, I'm not sure if it's aluminum or if it's G10. Either way, it's a really solid feel. And you know, also what I really love about this knife that you know, initially you kind of don't quantify this part of the whole thing is that it's got this double choil, you know, so it's got this nice choil on in the handle. Ergos feel great, but it's got this front choil too. So when you choke up, look at all the space I got in the back. So now you can do that really heavy crafting, um, you know, really get up on top of the blade like if you want, you know. Whereas the Recon One doesn't have that. You know, the Recon One's got a really nice big handle here, but there's no front choil. So if you really want to get on top of the blade, um, you know, you can put your finger on the flats here, and then you can come up and kind of and bear down if you really need leverage like that on whatever you're cutting. Mostly wood, mostly shaving down, you know, wood if you're in a campsite or whatever you're doing. But the front finger choil is always nice because it really allows that front pressure where your hand's not going to start hurting after you've been cutting that tubing or rope or whatever you're cutting. You know, it also comes with the pocket clip for the opposite side for lefties, which is great. You can see the cutout here for lefties, and they just give you another clip because the way the clip is designed, the curvature, they all do though. The curvature of these clips, you know, you have to have another clip. It can't be reversible. So yeah, yeah. So you know, listen, this is a little bit of a blast from the past. I know. This thing was out. This knife was hot 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this knife was hot. You know, but make no mistake about it, it's still hot today. Yeah, so it was one of the recommendations that I gave, you know, some family and friends. You want a really good knife that's gonna treat you well, under $100, nothing fancy, just gets the job done. You know, it does very well what the primary function of this tool is for. And what is that? Cutting. Anyway, that's all I got. That's the Cold Steel American Lawman.